morning, everyone. We're going to do that again. There we go. Good morning, everyone. Good morning to you online. Would you join me and stand as we sing our opening song, One Big Family?
Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Yeah, 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 yeah. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded who we come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, 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 yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Take it, Karen. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Hey, hey, yeah, 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 yeah.
Thank you, Andrea and Elise. Wow. Wow, we blew the roof off today, didn't we? Well, welcome to our amazing Center for Spiritual Living here in beautiful Redondo Beach. We come together on Sundays because we know there's a power for good in the universe, and we can use it. And we are using it all the time. One of the things that I love is that the intention, that the vision for Centers for Spiritual Living is that we are awakening humanity to its divine magnificence. So I'm going to ask you, are you feeling divine today? Yes. And are you seeing the divine in everybody else? Sometimes that's hard. Wow, good. I'm so happy to hear that. Well, thank you for being here as we open our service. I do want you to know we had a little change in personnel here. Andy Howe was our music coordinator, and he served us well. He's a very talented musician. He served us well for more than 7 years. And he's no longer with the center. We now have Elise Carver as our... She's our lead musician. She's our musician. I want to tell you a little bit about her because she's pretty special. She is a songwriter with over 25 years of performing, teaching violin, piano, guitar, and drums. She received her Bachelor of Music, cum laude, in voice from Boston University. She has released a self-titled EP and is also currently releasing self-produced spiritual music on a regular basis. You can look her up. She performs regularly with a Dave Matthews tribute band on violin and enjoys gigging with them throughout Southern California. Elise started in Tucson, Arizona, at Unity of Tucson. She played drums and sang with the band there when she was 15 years old, you guys. So she's been performing in churches ever since. And most recently, she was a director of music at Knox Presbyterian Church in Pasadena for 6 years. However, she's a New Thought person and is simply thrilled to be coming back to New Thought. She lives with her husband and her daughter here in Redondo Beach, and she's thrilled to be joining this wonderful community here at RBCSL. Thank you, Elise. Woo-hoo. We are blessed to have you. And now we have some announcements from Paresh.
Good morning. So happy to have you, Elise. Thank you. Appreciate your bringing your gifts to the center. So my name is Paresh Shah. I'm one of the members of your board of trustees, and we have so many wonderful activities for inspiration and connection coming up. So choir practice is today after service with Elise Carver. Yay. Anyone who would like to participate in the choir is welcome. There's no auditions, there's no qualifications. You just need a mouth and some ears. Okay, so if you have a mouth and some ears, you don't even need a beat. Come over after service here. Reverend Katherine will be facilitating the Science of Mind certificated class, Consciousness and the Creative Process, beginning on Thursday, July 18th at 3 p.m. So check the activities table for that. Again, that's Reverend Katherine leading Science of Mind certificated class, Consciousness and the Creative Process. Thank you to all of those who've contributed to our restoration project. Yay! We had to rebuild the offices and the rooms flooded by the torrential rains back in February, and many people have been so generous in helping us fund this unexpected restoration project. Special big thanks to Fred Duenas, Jan and David Mintz, Karen Renton, and so many volunteers, especially from the AA Men's SAG group, who helped move all of the furniture and books upstairs to complete the meeting room. Our next step is to complete the flooring in the offices on the lower level. Please check the thermometer outside in the foyer to see how we are all doing in raising the money to fund this unexpected capital expense. And maybe you can help nudge the little thermometer up towards our goal in however you're able to support the center. So with summer on the way, it's time for divine dining again. And we're looking for people to host events like movie nights, boat rides, dinners, game nights, parties, or any fun thing that would bring members together in some sort of celebration so we can enjoy each other, meet each other, and raise some funds for the center. We're also already looking ahead to the Hidden Treasure Yard Sale in September. And please sign up in the foyer if you'd like to be on the committee. We need volunteers for that. And this coming Saturday, we have a meeting about the youth program, which we're really excited about. It's called the Sunshine Kids Club. And so we're looking for volunteers who would like to work with youth. Please join us. Again, sign up outside. Our Science of Mind class is on Sunday mornings right before this service at 10:15 to 10:45. So join us for a little taste of Ernest Holmes, kind of an appetizer if you want, to the main service, if you want to come early. We also offer 2 weekly book study groups for free, and the information on the back of your program. So join the book study groups. They're fantastic discussions. So if you're looking for the perfect gift or card or graduation gift or whatever it might be this summer, visit our bookstore and discover something truly special. We have an amazing library. We've reorganized it, and you can easily check out books if you'd like for yourself, or purchase some gifts or calendars for anyone that is special to you. Now, this is only one red line on my notes, but it's way more than one red line. Our dear Dr. Sharon has done her job here as interim minister, and we're going to be celebrating her contributions in Richelieu Hall right after service. We'll have to coordinate the choir practice after that. Well, maybe we'll do it after Dr. Sharon's celebration. So while it's only one red line in my notes, this is... So Mark, the president of the trustees, and others will be making comments about Dr. Sharon's contributions, and she's just an angel. You're an angel. Real. They're real angels. Real angels in this world. So please join us, even if you come by for just a minute, if you have something afterwards, and give her a hug and appreciation, because she's shifted this whole center towards our next chapter. So, and I'm getting teared up here already. Woo. It's been a joy working with you. So a big thank you to all of our wonderful volunteers. Let's give them a clap as well. We couldn't do it without you, and we have so many opportunities for you to volunteer, and we couldn't do any of this without our wonderful volunteers. And we still need some help with the tech team, so if you'd like to help during service, we could just use some help. They'll teach you whatever you need to know, so don't worry about knowing AV or computers or anything like that. So with that, now we move back to our awesome music in preparation for our invocation. Thank you.
In the silence there is peace. In the silence there is unspoken joy. In the silence there's release from a world filled with chaos and noise. I awake to these precious moments when I hear all that could never be said, and right here in this holy silence I find God, I find myself. In the silence there is peace. In the silence there is unspoken joy. In the silence there's release from a world filled with chaos and noise. I awake to these precious moments when I hear all that could never be said, and right here in this holy silence I find God, I find God, I find myself.
That was good. So let's just move into that precious moment with the divine, with God. Knowing there is that light and love and peace and joy that is everywhere present. In fact, we are united in that one. We are the light, the love, the peace of God. And so I melt into that peace. And I lift up my mind and heart knowing that our time together today as a spiritual community is inspiring, it is healing, it is opening new possibilities, that it reveals truth in amazing ways from our speaker, from our music, from our practitioners and ministers and everyone here. We each are bringing the light to this precious time of discovering more fully the divine within, the divine in all. It is a beautiful day. I release this word knowing that is simply the truth. Will you join me as we affirm this together by saying, and so it is.
Good morning. It's my pleasure to deliver today's inspirational Science of Mind message based upon Reverend Katherine's message, Revealing the Divine as Me. The monthly theme from the home office in Colorado for the Centers of Spiritual Living is Practice Makes Imperfect. How does one explain the apparent contradiction in revealing the divine as me and practice makes imperfect? Normally at this point, I would turn to the founder of Science of Mind philosophy, Dr. Ernest Holmes, to clarify the conundrum. However, I'll get to him in a bit later. Perhaps a clue to the enigma is provided by Vince Lombardi, famous football coach of the Green Bay Packers, when he said, "Practice does not make perfect. Only perfect practice makes perfect." So the question is, what is your practice? Ernest Holmes pointed out in his book, this thing called You, learn to convert thought patterns of sickness, unhappiness, fear, and doubt into patterns which conform to spiritual perfection. Do you worry, fret, have excessive stress? Do those thoughts manifest into ill health? Is that your practice, even on occasion? Is your practice imperfect? So, how do I align with perfect practice? Again, Dr. Holmes has the answer. There is a God power at the center of everyone's being, a presence that knows neither lack, limitation, nor fear, sickness, disquiet, or imperfection. Is your practice, your faith, and your belief in alignment with that perfection? Does your practice reveal the divine in you? Ernest Holmes believed it did when he wrote, "Turn from every objective fact to the divine which is within you, to that realm of absolute being." And as you recall, on the absolute spiritual plane, being perfect, whole, and complete is all there is. So, revealing the divine as me, Jesus said that the Father and I are one, and referred to Psalms when he said, "Ye are God's sons of the Most High." We are all children of God, have the divine essence within, and are one with our Creator. However, it is our choice whether to practice perfectly or imperfectly. Let us commit to reveal the divine as ourselves. Now that's the truth from Ruth. And so it is. Now we will have a wonderful inspiration from our singer, Andrea Lane, accompanied by Billy.
Check. And Karen Hammock on piano this morning.
Thank you.
Yeah. Good morning.
Hey. What's up, Brett?
It's called The Way We Roll. We rollin', we rollin', we rollin', rollin'. I'm teaming up with Holy Spirit. I'm teaming up with God. I'm teaming up with Holy Spirit. I'm teaming up with love. If I lost my way, I'm gonna find it again. That's the way, that's the way. We roll, we roll. First I listen and I hear it. I hear the voice of God. First I listen and I hear it.
hear the sound of love. If I ever forget to pray, I forgot, I'm gonna wake up again. 'Cause that's the way, that's the way. We're on, we're on. Sing with me, I'm saying, that's the way, that's the way. We're on, we're on. First I feel it, then I see it. I see the face of God. First I feel it, then I see it. I see the hands of love. If I ever forget to pray, I'm gonna wake up again. Why? Because that's the way, that's the way. We're on. That's how I roll. I am the precipitation, visible presence of all that I desire. No man, no woman shall interfere with. I am that I am, the only activity happening here. I am the magic presence. I am. God is. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Reverend, are you grateful? Yes. And I release this word unto divine law. Ashe. And so it is. Because that's how we roll, you know? And that's the way, that's the way. We're on, we're on. Yeah, that's the way, that's the way. We roll.
Don't we wish that we had that kind of energy all the time? Yes? Thank you, Andrea. Before we go much farther, I would very much like to introduce our keyboardist that we have today. This is Karen Hammock, and we are so glad she's here. Can you hear her pounding that she has a too? Yes. Thank you, Karen.
I'm so grateful to be here. Thank you.
I am grateful too. The title of my talk today is Revealing the Divine as Me. Now, I picked this title weeks and weeks ago because I knew that I would be coming home from teen camp just before I got here. And my title is a variation on the theme for Teen Camp 2024. I always go to teen camp with anticipating a growth experience and an expectation of all of the good things at camp. However, this year, I went to camp as Nana, Billy's Nana, and that's what I was. So I didn't get to participate to the level I'm used to, but I'm holding this up, and you can't see it, but I think you can see the pages filled in. This is the camp schedule. I mean, it's one thing after another. The only blank thing here is when we weren't there yet. So it is always busy, always busy. Well, Bobby has another schedule. I'm not bringing that one. But I had to weave everything in and out of when India, my daughter, had to be somewhere and when I had to be full on Bobby's Nana. So it was an interesting week. Now, we anticipated before we went that it was going to be hot. I mean, that heat dome that you've heard about in the rest of the country, that's what we were anticipating. I have to tell you, there is no way we could have anticipated the intenseness of that heat. No way. It was in the 90s, and this camp is not equipped for that. They don't get hot. The people who work there don't have air conditioning. And one day, the temperatures were 98, 99. for a long time, not a cloud in the sky. It was intense. And the rooms in which we were staying held on to that heat. I used to say, I don't get hot, really. I can't say that anymore. I mean that literally. So this whole experience is just part of that growth experience that I anticipated in a way that I couldn't have articulated it. It is just an amazing thing, and to be in a place like that when we can do things like this and be so active and do it while we're so hot. Albert Schweitzer said that the person who thinks freely, is an open thinker, a free thinker, is able to hold on to the truth of free thinking so that they know the truth in spite of whatever else comes along. And that person who can freely think for themselves knows real peace. And so I believe that is the case. We have so many things going on in our lives, and Mark did a lovely opening for the talk. But what I want to ask you to do right now, the divine reveals itself as me. I'm going to ask you if you will say with me, the divine reveals itself as me. The divine reveals itself as me. Now, how does that make you feel? Do you feel divine? Do you feel like embracing the universe? Or do you have a little reluctance saying that? Do you have a reluctance in part of that? Well, you wouldn't be alone. I grew up certainly not believing that God reveals itself as me, that the divine reveals itself as me, that everything I say is a prayer to God, prayer of God, prayer of that. I did not believe that. So to just say, the divine reveals itself as me, is a challenge. Now, what do we feel? Do we feel some reluctance? Are we 100% on board with that idea? Or is that reluctance what we want to take a look at? And so what I have learned from studying the book by Dennis Merrick Jones that's about the 7 fears, and not the only, 7 of the fears, I should say, that we are looking at, certainly looking at in the class that I'm beginning on Thursday. But one of the fears is shame. And shame includes embarrassment, that discomfort, guilt, it includes that. And so if we feel any of that, then we're not ready to embrace the divine as me. We're putting kind of a block. And I am revealing the divine as me. Now, of course, the way I reveal the divine is not going to be like anybody else's way of revealing it. It's going to be mine. But it's time for us to embrace the truth of who we are. Ernest Holmes says that the world has suffered enough. We have come to a place where we understand that we should not embrace suffering, pain, worry, and oblivion that comes to us at the end. We should not be that. It is time for us to embrace that perfection that is God, allowing us to be that divine. Now, I know that many of you understand prayer treatment to a certain degree, maybe to a whole degree. And you understand that when we pray, when we treat, we go to that divine within, because that is where the perfection is. That idea that whatever's going on in our life that seems to be not what we want, that we move into that place. But does that mean we're asking everyone to be perfect? Not necessarily. We are expressing who we are. And as as Mark was including, that embracing that imperfection may be part of what makes us unique. Now, in my experience, I don't love absolutely everything. I really don't like the color purple, both in clothing and in decor. I am happy for anyone else to wear purple. I even put it on my kids at times, but I personally don't like it. And I've felt this way for years, and when I might say that, several people want to offer me advice or suggestions about what's in my consciousness. My favorite is, you must have an aversion to royalty. Well, okay. See, I'm okay with it. If there's something that I don't like liver. I mean, there are just things that it's okay. I'm not that perfect. And see, imperfection is woven throughout our experience. I remember years ago reading about, her name was Lauren Hutton. She was a well-known model and one of the top models. And I saw a photograph of her, and this was discussed, that she has a crooked nose. Who heard of a runway model with a crooked nose? But she has a crooked nose. In spite of that, she was a top model. It's like liking purple. She just overlooked it and went on. Can you imagine? So there are things about us that we could just embrace about that. When we move into a notion that I'm not good enough, I can't declare myself as divine, or that the divine is revealing itself through me, then that's a different story, because you are divine. I am divine. We are all expressing the divine in our unique way. And at teen camp, when we'd all woven into all of this is workshops that are throughout the week. And every one of them is tied to that theme. And they're taking some aspect of revealing the divine, retaking some aspect of that and bringing it through. And it's an interactive workshop, so the teens are participating, they're discussing, they're supporting each other. They're doing all of these things to move themselves along the continuum. I read somewhere that by the time, or maybe before, we can walk, we are already taught to shame. That's a sad thing. And that's likely for many reasons. It reminds me of a story that I remember from a long, long time ago. I knew this woman who really was a wonderful mother. I watched her with her children, and she just did a magnificent job. But she told this story. She must have told whatever her middle child had done. He was a toddler, he was no more than 2. She said, "You're a bad boy." Well, he said, "I am not a bad boy. I am not a bad boy. I am not a bad boy." You see, she was a good mother, and she had taught him that idea of self-love. So he was there at that point that he could, to his own mother, at age 2, "I am not a bad boy." I've been so impressed with that story, because what we learn about shame is the way to evict shame from our consciousness, the embarrassment, the guilt, is with love. And it has to begin with self-love. We have to love ourselves. Are we ready to do that? Say with me again, the divine reveals itself as me. Does it feel a little better? Are you moving along that continuum? Because that's where we are in life, that we're able to be better today than we were yesterday, and tomorrow even more, because that is where we're going. We're not ever going to stay in the same place. Nature won't allow it. It just won't allow it. That's what Ernest Holmes tells us. And so as I'm embracing this idea of self-love, I realize that's what that little boy did. His name was John. He did that. He had learned it so that he could say to his mother, I'm not a bad boy. I'm not a bad boy. Can you say, I am a good girl, I am a good boy? Can you say that to yourself? And can you say, I am a good Katherine? Say that with your name. I am a good Katherine. And you say that to yourself. You feel that for yourself because it is true. And the more you say it, the more you believe it. The more you believe it. You keep moving and you keep saying that. Self-love is a theme that's woven throughout teen camp, not just this one, but all of them. It is a common theme because it's understood. They're not 2-year-olds that we get, they're teenagers, but so much younger than most of us. And we are knowing that by building self-love into everything, we are able to move that youth closer to, I am a good Katherine. And to know that no matter what happens. We are taught in Science of Mind, it's a great metaphor, that if we think of those negative things that we know are there in our consciousness, that we think of it as mud in the bottom of a bucket. And so you take that hose of clean water and you put that into the bucket. And you keep putting that clean water into the bucket. And eventually, all the mud goes away. It just floats out, goes into the ground, goes into somewhere, and you're left with a bucket of clean water. I love myself just the way I am. I am exactly who I need to be right now. And so, as an idea of self-love, I want one of our teens who was at teen camp this week, I'm going to invite her to come up, and she's going to share an experience. Now, it's a wonderful teen. Jessica Cabrera has been a part of our church that she was in diapers. That's when I first met her. And so I'd like to invite you to come up, Jessica. Just Jessica, yes. She had an amazing experience yesterday, not now. She wants support. Okay. She wants a support group, so that's okay too.
Okay, hi. My name is Jessica. I first started going to teen camp when I was 14, and I'm now 18. I'm 19 in a month, and I just attended my last teen camp as a teen, and teen camp has had such a huge impact on me and who I am as a person. I can very confidently say that I would not be the person I am today if it wasn't for teen camp. When I first started going at 14 years old, I had such a hard time putting myself out there and speaking up for myself, just communicating and putting my voice out there. And now I'm here, I'm talking in front of all of you guys. Aside from that, teen camp has taught me so many lessons in spirituality, and one of them being to let go of that I can't control. And this lesson was especially taught to me this camp. On the way home from my last ever teen camp, at the airport, I lost my phone. And, being 18, I started freaking out, We had Maureen calling my phone. Someone picked up, wasn't me. We had me and Joswika running off the plane, trying to track this down. We had people who weren't even part of our group trying to locate my phone. But eventually the plane had to take off, so we had to just set it down for a minute. And while on the plane, Joswika really helped me lean into prayer and manifesting and just the knowing that what is mine, what is divinely mine will find me, and that nothing's ever lost. And so over this 2-hour plane ride, I focused all my energy on that. And we landed, still was kind of freaking out. We had people still trying to locate my phone. And, we had people trying to locate my phone, and eventually the flight attendants said, like, we can go through the plane one last time, but it was time to go. Like, we could file a report, but that was it. So finally, once I let go of all that worry and all that stress of just like knew that what is mine will find me, in one last-ditch effort, we looked under Reverend Katherine's seat, which was right next to mine, and there it was. So I feel like this is just one story of all the many lessons that teen camp was able to teach me, and that this was just a really funny way that the universe taught me. But yeah, so that was just one of the many ways teen camp has helped me learn and just accept that what is will be.
Now, what you understand, when she says under the seat, it wasn't on the floor, it was under the seat. That's where it was. Anyway, we are going, the ladies are going to join me. We're going to sing a song. Our tech back there is going to show us the words. I said that self-love is woven throughout teen camp. And this is a song that we sing, at least 4 times a day, maybe 5 times a day. It is so important. I love myself so much, so I can love you so much, so you can love you so much, so you can start loving me. So, give us a strong. I love myself so much, so you can love you so much, so you can love you so much, so you can start loving me. One more time. I love myself so much, so I can love you so much, so you can love you so much, so you can start loving me. So that is the way that I want to close. Find that courage within you to move to self-love and evict any shame and guilt and embarrassment that you feel about anything that happens. You just love yourself. You may make mistakes, but you avoid that destructive feeling of shame. So I'm asking the tech people again to show, this was teen camp. It was a wonderful week. It's a wonderful time. And I know that as we build our youth program here, we're going to have even more teens that are able to go, because that's what we do. We make every year better than the one before. So leaving that up there and seeing all the hope and all the positivity and all the love that comes from that, let's go within and know that the perfection that I seek is within me. Whatever parts of me that are different, I embrace them just as they are, because I love myself just the way I am. I invite everyone to agree with this, to join me in saying And so it is. Thank you. And it is my joy to welcome up the very energetic Andrea. Thank you.
Thank you, Rev. And this is a softer song. The sun shines bright in my head. Wow, the sun brings life. I breathe it in. I breathe it in. I breathe it and there's a sneaking possibility that I create my world with my intent. And how I wake up every morning feeling grateful I'm alive, that is the key. Just be. I'm flying high. Oh, just be. And there are moments when I call upon the angels. Will they cloak me with their grace? And they protect my every movement as I'm walking in the world. It's not a race. Just be. Just be. These angels, they bring clarity. Oh, and we're not alone, because we don't go it all alone. Don't go it all alone. Don't go it all alone. You're just gonna be.
This is the time in our service when we get a glorious chance to return to this center return to this center so much of the good that comes to us through this center. So I invite you to think generosity as your word. And so take your gift and put your hands together, even if you do your gift online and you do it a lot of other ways. Take your gift and say with me, divine love consecrates my gift. It goes forth to heal, to bless, and to prosper all those who give and all those who receive. I rejoice in the sharing of my good, and I release my gift with love, and so it is.
Let's sing. Grateful for the morning, grateful for the sunlight on my face, grateful for the feeling, grateful for the knowing, grateful for the love that's in this place, grateful for believing that God is all there is, that God is all there is. Grateful for the morning, grateful for the sunlight on my face, grateful for the feeling, grateful for the knowing, grateful for the love that's in this place, grateful for believing that God is all there is, that God is all there is, God is all there is.
Good morning. Before we do a little benediction in our peace song, I just want to say a big thank you to our fabulous music team this morning, Elise Carver, Karen Hammock, Andrea Lane, and Billy. Yay, thank you so much. All right, thank you. So would you just join me repeating after me? Something wonderful is happening through me right now. It is this thing called love. I love myself. I love the world. Love is in my mind. Love is in my heart. Love is in all that I do. And life is great. And so it is. And have a great day. Inviting our practitioners and ministers to come up. Just remember, our practitioners and ministers are available. If there's something you'd like healing for in your life, come up and see one of them right after service. Come have some cake with me. Let's all join together in the peace song.
Let's sing.